Brett, do you think feel different about this game because of what's taking place around the league right now with China and Darrow?
One more question, sorry.
Anything feel different about this particular game because of what's taking place?
No.
Right, you saw the 3-point, you heard the crowd, and what was going through your head at the end of the first half there when Ben pulled up?
Really nothing, I mean, he made a shot good, and that's kind of personally the extent of it for me.
Relax a little bit though after doing that, a little more comfort with.
I think the whole thing is so overblown. I think in general, it's so inflated, the attention, and that's what I think. And so I answer the question the way I did with you, and I answer the question again the same. He's young. We got a long season. Just not going to react over it. And I really mean that. He made a three.
Coach, what did you see out of the backup point guard battle tonight? What did you see out of Trey and Howell?
Trey got the sort of lion's share of the minutes with more prominent players. You're probably going to see that flip and give Raul that opportunity. As I've said before, I'm open. Maybe Shake's going to come in there, or maybe Josh is going to come over and play some. I'm open to whoever the best player is. I'm open to it, and so I do not feel restricted. That's the tournament. It's open, and I intend on giving those people opportunities to earn it. I've said, and I'll say it again, the gym will tell me, and I think that Trey was pretty good tonight, and I thought Raul did some good things. The separation isn't really enough to comment on. But I see that position, as I just said.
Brett, is there any significance in Matisse being one of your first sub off the bench along with James Ennis?
Just that's how I see him at the moment in regards to who I wanted to give an opportunity to first. As it relates to, is that his role or is that his position? You shouldn't read into it like that. Clearly I wanted to, grow what he did in Delaware and continue to sort of see it. And I put him in, as soon as you just said accurately, for those reasons.
What did you see from him that you liked?
For a rookie, Brett, like him with long arms like that, to maybe get in foul trouble the way he reaches for things?
And you know what? I'm going to turn my head to a lot of that initially. I like his energy. I really don't want to water him down. I want him to just get into it and use his length. From time to time, he's going to have a reckless attempted steal, or he's going to come up with a foul. But in general, I'm happy to live like that for a while with him. And when he can do what he's been doing, it's really who he is. And make some perimeter shots. That's quite unique. And as I said, Jack, I do not want to water him down. I'm prepared to accept the pain of some fouls.
But is there a lot you can take when the disparity in the talent is so different? So maybe with some of the reserves, there is more to learn. But with your starting five, can you really learn much yet?
What I walk out feeling is that I liked our defense. I like bringing the defense up the floor. I liked trapping from time to time. I liked the fact that we turned them over a lot and then took off out of it. It was a tremendous launching pad to running. I liked the fact that we had, 35 assists and only 8 turnovers. It could have got into a really sloppy environment, to your point, with that margin. And so, I think that defensively we were able to try some things and extend the defense a lot. It gave us a chance offensively to work against the zone a lot, which you don't see a lot in the NBA, and I felt like we handled that okay. I mean, in general, your point is true, D. The talent discrepancy is what it is, but I've just rolled off, like 6 or 7 things that I actually am glad that we had a chance to practice.
I think that trapping, whether full court or half court, can be part of your toolkit this year. Once the
I think it has a place, especially I like our second team doing it, like to try to create a bomb squad mentality and give them an identity. I'm interested in that. How much can our starting 5 do it? I think from time to time, is it going to be something that you're going to really hang your hat on? I don't think so. But I feel like when you look at a course of 82 games in the regular season, I think that our second team can establish that type of identity. And from time to time, if you're losing games or you really need to do something for a short burst, maybe our starters can. But I've said a lot, I want to play aggressive defense. I want our defense to be the launching pad to our offense, not the other way around. And I think that our length and mentality can help me achieve that.
Al's gotten some open. I mean, obviously the competition is what it is, but do you think he's going to continue to get those once NBA competition steps
Get
up?
what?
The open looks from
Yeah.
3. I mean, with him and Tobias being able to draw guys
I
out.
think so. And like one of the times he ran a rim run, and he's great on like my version of respacing. As soon as you get in, get out. And so he will feel like I got a deep catch, I got a seal, and he'll stay there, which he should. Or like it's a little bit over, I'm just going to step to a corner. And, we had a kick across the court, and Ben's able to get a dunk because of Al pulling his man out. And I just think that all over the place, he is just going to provide so much value. He's gifted on switching and keeping a small point guard in front of him. He can step out and make a 3. I suspect with this team, he will be able to do that, and I think he's going to need to. Like, I think finding 3-point shots, just 3-point attempts, still does interest me. Maybe not to the volume in past years, but I still, want to pursue that part of our offense.
2 more guys.
You talked a lot this week about Ben being more vocal and being more of an active leader. What did you see with him tonight in terms of his leadership and his communication with the other guys?
Just that. There's an excitement in our locker room. And I think that they feel, I know they feel, and so do I, that we have a chance to do something unique. And none of us sort of like take anything for granted. There is an appropriate fear of how we go about our work. But that excitement of looking around the locker room and, looking at Al and Josh, and Joel's in great shape, and, the Tobias is now signed for a long time, and he's a Philadelphia 76er, and there's Mike Scott, who we love going to war with, and how about Matisse, and so on and so on. He's got a right to be excited, and I feel like that enthusiasm, along with the growth of leadership, which we're seeing, like the combination of that, produces, I think, a more confident player.
Brett, why do you think the jump shot thing is overblown? I mean, you see his teammates' reaction to it. You see the fan reaction.
It's me. I'm 58 years old. I've been coaching for 1,000 years. I completely think it's overblown. And so...
I know you do, but why do you think the reaction is what
because it's his first NBA 3, and it's been like the topic of the summer. Like, truly. Like, let's call it for what it is. And I just think it's so overblown, and we all get, why it's discussed a lot, and we understand that, the stage of April, May, and June, we get like it stands out, but I still stand by my personal opinion is I think it's overblown, and I think it's going to end up growing organically just fine.
Thanks, Brett.
Thanks, everybody.